Good morning, my lovely people all across the world. I trust that you're having a great morning so far, or day, or nights. We're back. 7 a.m. on the dot. We had a great weekend. This week is going to be a great week. I can feel it. I'm going to go in with the positive mindset. Let's do it. Forex Factory. Let's take a look at what economic events we have going on for the day. US dollar Empire State Manufacturing Index. Not really sure we'll have much of a move off of that, but however, I will go when I go through the charts, back test to see, has it been a prior event? Like, has them, what does the market care about it right now, basically? So we'll take a look at that in a second. 11 a.m. Euro ECB President Lagarde speaking. Alrighty, so really not much today. We are in the clear, it looks like. So it's going to be a great day. Right. Yeah, let's go through our analysis now. Starting with our friends, the dollar. Weekly chart, it is a new week after all. So let's take a look, see what we're doing here. Last week closed similar to the prior weeks. We had a medium-sized bearish candle with wicks at the bottom, wicks at the top, wicks at the bottom, wicks at the top. So it's kind of a lot of indecision right now. Sitting at this 101, 300 support area. Going down to the daily chart, we have had a minor bottom wick actually, so we are good. So looking at the daily chart, Thursday and Friday were interesting. We pierced through these lows, this support area here. Nice bearish candlestick, bullish engulfing on Friday, came right back above that range. So what does that tell you? It seems like, well, maybe some shorts got trapped. And we're going to get a nice squeeze to the upside potentially. We've been in this nice 4-hour descending channel here. Just rejected the bottom to lows. So looking for Dixie longs to retest this trend line, and then we'll kind of play this trend line until it decides to break. However, we're looking for Dixie longs today. If the dollar breaks back below, say 101,400, then the liquidity zone is then breached again. Trap the shorts already, and then we're just going to head on back down. So watching 101.4 for support, should head on to the upside. Moving on to the equities, US30. Weekly chart. Running into an area where we've had prior wicks, prior rejections. Where we last week, that's where we ended up. You can see that it's been a previous area where we've had a lot of just rejection wicks. A lot of rejection in here on both sides. So we're now back in that zone. So we don't know yet whether this is going to be another wick to head on down, or if this is the start of a bullish run, right? So let's look at the daily chart. Daily chart. And again, I talked about this in my Sunday prep video. But, this, you got to take these trendline breaks with a grain of salt, right? Because, I mean, there's so many different ways to draw them. We could be under it. We could be above it. So point is this one candlestick's not enough to dictate, okay, this is a trend break and we're going to continue higher. We're going to watch price action on the 4-hour chart as far as a directional bias goes. Let's go to more of a 1-hour chart. It'll give us better levels. So if we take a look at this high resistance sitting at 33,950 area, A break above 33,950 will be valid longs for a potential upside move. And then on the sell side, this is our prior area of selling. So sells below 33,880, this area right here. Pretty decent range to the downside. However, do keep an eye on this ascending trend line here with these ascending high, lows, these higher lows. But I would consider maybe a quick move like this, depending on the range, if it makes sense. The longs make more sense because we've been so bullish. However, if it makes sense, stop makes sense, we get at least like a 2-to-1 in this area, then maybe I'll take it closer to volume time. But right now we're just sitting in a range, so no reason to touch US30 in this range here, in between 33,880 and 33,950. Not a range I want to play with. Looking at US 500. Sitting at this prior area of rejection, big area of rejection, gave us this indecision, this doji candle. Looking left, that was another area of rejection. And again, I talked about this almost every day. This is an area that we've seen prior consolidation before. And so now, what I would expect is you do have a lot of upper wicks in this area here, right? A lot of rejection area, a lot of upper wicks rejection. So I'd expect, another maybe rejection area to the highs, and then we start pushing back down towards the lows. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Excuse me. 4-hour chart, we had this pretty interesting move Friday. We had this nice bullish push through these highs, massive bearish engulfing. Now we're sitting right below that 50% of that volume point here of that of these highs, right underneath these highs. So in this consolidation, look at the 1 hour. Definitely keeping an eye on these highs here because this is going to be the area of rejection looking left. Right around this 41.58. Breaking through this resistance here. Not a huge range, really. I mean, yeah, the range is really small. So I'm not trading S&P at all to the upside. If I'm trading the upside so far, it's going to be with the Dow. We'll take a look at the NAS in a second. US 500 to the downside, a lot cleaner. So I think it makes sense if you look at the Dow, sells are not as clean. So I think it makes sense for me if I'm taking longs, US30. If I'm taking sells, US 500, the S&P, because the ranges make more sense. Below 41.37 will be sells. Pretty clean range to the downside here. Also, this is where we're finding some support from this prior rejection trend line here. It's just like a nice median point here where price rejection meets. So if we can break through these lows, then we're going to get a nice push to the downside. So write that down. All right, later sells. Let's see. Sells only below, say, 41.37. Put it here. US 30 buys only above 33.955. Cool. Let's take a look at the NAS, see if there's anything we want to play in here that might be a better move than the other indices. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart is sitting here at support, finding some support at this prior area of rejection, sitting on top of this as a bullish breakout sequence here. Nice bullish candlestick on Thursday, Friday, indecision. So we are sitting here though at these highs. If you draw this over here, prior area of rejection sitting at 13,186 on the daily chart. 4-hour chart sitting in this range. 1 hour. Got these higher lows. You got this area of resistance. So range to the upside, not great. Yeah, not great range to the upside. However, you got to keep in mind that buys have been the best trading NAS. However, if the range doesn't make sense, I'm not going to take it. The range doesn't really make sense because we have a very strong area of rejection just north of price action. And so I wouldn't be comfortable with buys until we got above this like prior rejection area, and we close above on the daily. So no trade on the NAS on longs today. Sells, S&P still makes more sense. Yeah, so no trade on the NAS at all today for me. So it's either S&P shorts or the Dow longs. Moving forward into gold. Let's take a look. Oh, it did exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so let's go over it, right? Daily chart sitting on top of this bullish breakout sequence here at 1998/2000. Pretty strong area of support at this point. 4-hour chart creating these higher lows, broke through the trend line. However, we broke through the trend line. We are still finding some sort of support at this major area. This strong point of contention, 2000, very strong psychological level, finding support there. So it's not a technical break of structure till we break through these lows of 1988. And so we can just find some support and rally on out of here. So looking at the 1-hour chart, looking for buys, pretty clean price action looking left. Wouldn't look for sells unless we broke through 1996. Because at that point, then we're potentially breaking through the strong area. So buys, see what I was looking for, right? So we're creating these body to body on the 30-minute chart. You know, creating these higher lows. We're sitting right on top of VWAP, sitting right on top of this area of rejection. And so what I was looking for, and here's the thing, I was looking at the chart right around here, and something I told myself on my trading plan is, and this is like an absolute like mandatory thing, is if it doesn't grab liquidity and it doesn't seem like it's finding support at like and it baited people in yet, I'm not going to enter, because the market likes to inflict the most pain as possible. And if you take a look at gold, right, gold doesn't really go until it grabs its like liquidity here. So if you look at the chart on gold over here, broke through the lows, got exhausted, ran, right? If you look at gold, like up here, right, you know, grab liquidity through the highs, you know, had that run down. So gold doesn't really go until it grabs its liquidity, I've noticed. So that's what I was waiting for, is I was waiting for gold to show some kind of exhaustion wick here, close back above, and then we'll get that rally. And looking at current price action, gold did exactly that. And so now I'm probably going to take a long after the 10-minute close. So 15-minute chart just closed with a big exhaustion wick, big liquidity grab here, bullish engulfing. So what I'm going to do is Wait for this 10-minute to close. And what I want to see is a close above this area, or at least price starting to push above this 2008. Because we're sitting in this, although it closed bullish engulfing, we're still sitting in this consolidation. So I'd like to see price actually start moving away from it before I take longs to try to get some of the momentum so I don't have to sit in this chop. So gold did grab liquidity, so I'm comfortable with that. But it could have just been okay, grab, bait people in, and then we're going to continue down. So that's why I'm going to wait for price to actually break out of this range here. Once I get like a closure above here, above 2008, then I'll look for those longs. You should be able to catch some momentum to push up towards 2014 and then potentially up towards like 2022 if we get enough volume in the market. So yeah, gold longs in that case. Shorts I wouldn't be considering until we break through like 1998 area. So probably not going to play shorts today. And this is why you wait, right? Because at the end of the day, if you look at it, the 15-minute did show some exhaustion. It grabbed this liquidity. It did close bullish engulfing. However, it's still in this range. And if you look at like the 10 or 5-minute, we have these lows, these highs that we just literally are sitting under still. We're sitting under this downward sloping moving average. And so that's why I said I really want to see a close above, because even on the 15-minute, it's still below the EMA, and it didn't, I want to see some momentum push the upside first. That's why I'm sitting out and waiting. Patience pays, right? So we are still creating these lower highs. So I'd like to see a break above the EMA, break the moving the trend line is something like this. So this is what I'll look for on gold. Oil daily chart sitting on top of 82. This is the major point of contention here. We're now broken through, finding some support there on the daily chart. 4-hour chart, a lot of exhaustion wicks to the downside. 1 hour, we're just sitting in this nasty tight range here. So for oil, I wouldn't even consider longs unless we broke through these highs, something like this, because it's just in a nasty range. And I want to see some volume start kicking in and us breaking out before I just get chopped up in this range. I mean, it's not worth getting chopped up in this. So I'm going to wait for a full breakout for the longs. I'm not going to take the shorts. I learned my lesson on trying to sell this. So I wouldn't take sells unless we legit broke back like below 81.37, below all these wicks here, back in this consolidation, then maybe we head back down. However, I'm not even going to consider shorts until then. So longs only until we break out of this range. Last but definitely maybe least, I don't know, pound yen. Looking at the daily chart, let's get rid of some of this. All right, daily chart sitting here with some indecision the last few days. Current daily found some support with all this exhaustion pushing to the upside. We did close above 165. We're above 166. Those are the two main areas that we've seen a lot of just rejection. A lot of rejection in these areas. So we're now clear of those rejection wicks. Next area to keep an eye on is 167, where we had all of these wicks as well. So it's a lot of wicks on pound yen. Pretty much every like 100 pips. And so now we're leaving 166 to potentially go to retest 167. Nasty range. So let's take a look at the 15-minute chart though. However, is looking okay. Found support of VWAP. So after we broke through these lows, grabbed some liquidity, ran back to fill this move. Found support at VWAP, and now we're potentially squeezing up here to then break out. So I like pound yen longs. I like pound yen longs if we can get like a breakthrough this 166, like 400 area, like this area breakthrough. and then look for some kind of move to like, to like 166.750 and then potentially to 167. I do think it reaches 167. I think that's just the way pound yen moves in waves, is it goes every 100 pips. And we just left 166. Haven't quite retested 167, so I think that's in the cards for us. So looking for longs on pound yen if we can break through 166.450. Sells on pound yen would be okay. Let's see if below 197. But we have 166. That would only be like a 20 pip range because I'd probably look for take profit around 166 because it's been such a strong area of support. Not much of a range on sells. So I'm going to be sitting out on the sells for pound yen today because of the range we're in. Only looking for longs. Only longs above 166.450. No shorts. Oil, no shorts until below, I don't even remember what the price was. It was like 81. Then we're going to do some longs only above. Let's do 83. Cool. Gold. Yeah, so gold had that 5-minute pullback, retest VWAP, 15-minute, found that support, and we're now potentially pushing higher. So we'll see if this 10-minute chart can close bullish through this moving average. Then I'll look for some longs. Maybe put it under 5-minute support here. We'll see what happens when it plays out. But that's it. That's gonna be it for me today. Some decent setups, so we'll just have to be patient. Remember, be patient because trading is really made in between the times that you are trading, right? Is being patient, not impulsive. So sit on your hands, wait for the best setups, especially in this kind of market. This market condition is absolute just trash right now. So it's definitely best to be patient. Thanks for hopping in, everybody. I hope to see you soon. Remember, if you're looking to trade live with us, vanttradingforex.com, go check it out. We'd love to have you. Until next time, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.